There's only one reason we're up here, and her name is Melissa. It's really important in any relationship to know your strengths. Melissa's strength is organization and go do it and get it done and I told you and go. And my strength is cocktails and places to drink them. Let's hear it from Melissa. When Jeff called me, and when Jeff Waters calls you, you answer, because there could be, like, I was worried maybe something had happened with Baden at the school. It took me a minute to remember he was not at the school, but like it could have been, I don't know. I was surprised, and we were humbled by it, because when we look at all of the people that have won the, or have been gifted or received the award in the past, we think of those people as making tectonic shifts in the trajectory of our school. And like if you look at the winners, you look at the Vogels and Maria Fisher and Father Anthony and the Zeeks, like these are people that are on the Mount Rushmore of Canyon Heights. That's not us. Like we're no different than everybody else in this room. We care a lot. Maybe at times we care a freakish amount, but we care a lot. I don't know what's going on with those screens. That's better than the speech, I'm sure. So the first thing we have to say is thank you to everybody that's here tonight. Like you guys should give yourselves a round of applause for being here tonight. And then we're also joined by some people that are very special to our family. Our parents are here. Manny and Judy, Melissa's mom and dad are here. And my dad, Chuck, is here. And all of them are shining examples of what it means to give and give and give and give. I remember as a kid, when I was, knee high, my dad was always helping anybody in the neighborhood, constantly helping anybody that needed help. And then throughout his professional career with coaching and mentoring and helping people navigate the trials and tribulations of being in the workforce, always helping. And then in the last 20 years, Melissa and I met 20 years ago this May, I've witnessed Manny just give every time he can. Whether it's Rotary or it's Sunnyvale Community Services. It's a testament to just phenomenal gifting and gifts. And then of course Judy is always willing to do a shot with me. So that's her great gift. By the way, where did Jeff go? Jeff, I was at the Founders Award recipient dinner last night. There is a dinner special. I'm not supposed to talk about it. I was told that all of our prior tuition would be returned to us. Is that true? I was wondering, do you need my bank account number, or is May Cayetano going to pay me directly? Just wondering. By the way, May, I think you have the wrong paddle. I have a paddle for you. Here's your correct paddle. Some of you have asked how Baden is doing, and I think the easiest way to sum it up is awesome. He's doing fantastic. But I tell you, this school, this community has given him an unfair advantage. He has really good grades, but more important than his grades, he tells us that he knows he has to work hard for what it is that he wants. He's kind, and often on the 30-minute commute to St. Francis every day, he reminds me that everyone's fighting a battle that we know nothing about, and it's always best to lead with love. He truly understands that service is not just a single project, but it's a way of life. And maybe most importantly, he understands that God loves him. And I can't think of a better way to give a kid an unfair advantage than to teach him that. And we're certainly proud of him, but I don't know that that's a really great mark because we're his parents and we're not objective. He is extremely proud of himself, and that is powerful. I can remember when Melissa came home and she told me that we found the school. I didn't know we were looking. I'm a product of public education. There was a school right there. I didn't know. She said, yeah, it's this great little Catholic school over in Campbell. And I said, well, we're going to drive past 3 Catholic schools to get there? She said, yeah, but this place is special. It's true. And then she had the worst news ever. She said, we have to go for an interview. I said, well, I hope you have a plan B. Not going to go well. And so we went there and we met Dr. Richardson. And for those of you that know Dr. Richardson, you know she is an amazing force. And we met her and we sat down for that interview and she told us about integral formation. She told us about the graduate profile and how Baden would be a strong Christian leader setting out to change our world. She told us about the community and how we'd probably find lifelong friends. She told us that we would be compelled, not obligated to serve. And she told us that the school would strengthen our faith. And all of those things were incredibly true. But I had one question for her in that meeting. I asked her, is there an award I can win? And 1 10 batch, and 2 years later, here we are. That's why we're here. I mean, we think about our time at the school and we think that it's actually our privilege to have been able to serve and play a small part in building something that's so great. It's really our privilege. But I want, if you can indulge me for a minute, I'd like to just have a moment and take you guys on a reflection. And if you want to close your eyes, that's okay. Nothing scary is going to happen. But I want to go back in time. Let's go all the way back. It's an evening in Jerusalem. And the atmosphere is heavy. It's intimate. And it's quiet in a way that feels very different from all the other meals that the disciples have shared together. We're all gathered in a furnished upper room lit by the warm glow of an oil lamp. The light flickers against the stone wall, casting beautiful long shadows. The disciples recline around the table, cushions scattered on the floor. Outside, the city hums with Passover, but inside the room, there's a sense of closeness, almost like time is slowed. The air smells of roasted lamb, bread, and wine. In case you haven't figured it out, we're at the Last Supper. In the middle of the meal, Jesus quietly stands. He removes his outer robe. He wraps a simple linen towel around his waist. Then he kneels and he proceeds to wash the feet of the first disciple. And one by one, he moves around the circle. The act is tender and it's unhurried. No one speaks. Everyone, of course, exchanges glances, confusion, discomfort, humility written across their faces. When he finishes, he stands and he puts his robe back on. He returns to his place at the table and looks at them, like really looks at them, and asks if they understand what he has done. They all sit in stunned silence. The weight of that moment presses in. Everything about that scene carries a quiet gravity. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, it's intimate, it's personal. And in that small upper room, Jesus teaches us that serving others is the blessing. Not a burden, not a duty, a blessing. We get to help. We get to show up. We get to carry something for someone else. We get to carry something for you. And that's really been what we think about. It's been a privilege to play a very small part in building something really, really great. And what's even more amazing is that who will do it is not a thing here at Canyon Heights. That isn't how any of this works. There isn't a who, there's just a you. Everything we have ever done at the school has been done with you, for you. Not who will do it, but rather who will do it with us. When Mrs. Stankovic pointed at some little people picnic tables over in the yard, we didn't ask who's going to fix them. We asked who's going to fix them with us. And Father Tamsin showed up on a hot summer day, and we built a bunch of little people picnic tables. When the gala needed a chair, Melissa didn't ask who will do it. She said, who's going to do it with me? And for years, her and Lena Ward set off to throw amazing galas. When Melissa was in a meeting in room 34, and at that point it resembled more of a broom closet than a meeting room, she didn't ask who's going to build it. She just went and got it redone. She even got our neighbor, who had nothing to do with the school, to send his carpet guys over to fix the carpet. Coming out of COVID, when the school said, hey, we need to sit outside at lunch and we need 24 picnic tables. We didn't say who will do it. We said, who's going to build these tables with us? And for a very long summer, the dads and the scouts of Pac 3 built picnic tables. And they're all still there today. It happens every time. You happen every time. And it's been our privilege to play a small part in building something great with you. So I'm going to end, because dinner's coming, where I started. We are honored, and we thank you. We thank you all very much. We love our school. We love our community. We love you. We love our kids. We love your kids. And it's been our privilege to serve. But most importantly, I want to thank you guys, because as Rodrigo said, we all played the Does It Still Fit game a few hours ago. And I can't wait to breathe. But you could have all been at home in pajamas watching movies with your kids, but here you are looking fabulous. And as I think about the school launching into its next 26 years or 52 years or 104 years or whatever is ahead for us, I know that there's going to be things to do. I know there's going to be decisions to be made, picnic tables to be built, money to be raised, and I only have one question for you. Will you do it with us? Thank you.
Please enjoy dinner at this time. If you've not placed your meal card on the table, do so this time, please.